Thomas, did you see the reels from Charles Wesley Godwin? The two unreleased songs, Another Leaf and 2 Weeks Gone?
Yeah, I did. I'm really excited about them. I mean, I don't know. I really like Charles Wesley Godwin, so I'm super excited to see what else he's got coming along with it. Those little teasers just kind of, I don't know. They don't. I don't want to say they put me on edge, but just kind of like, they just get me so eager to see what he's got, see what else he's got. I'm pumped about it.
Yeah. So this last weekend, we were able to go down to Lexington, Kentucky, and see Shane Smith and the Saints and Charles Wesley Godwin live in a kind of a smaller setting, right? Not too many people there.
Yeah, I mean, we were there for the rodeo, and a lot of people just left after the rodeo and didn't stick around for the concert. So it was kind of good for us because we got to see them up close and personal.
Definitely. And Charles Wesley Godwin's, he's got an EP release coming out this Friday, February 17th, I believe. So I assume that those 2 songs that he played live are going to be on that. But yeah, I feel like we talk about him on every podcast at this point.
The reels we posted really didn't do it justice. Another Leaf was probably one of the best songs I've heard in a while, and the video just didn't do it justice. They were having so much fun with it. It was just a really, really awesome song.
I mean, they were just rocking out on stage. And it felt like a long song. And then it was like, what, 4 or 5 minute
Yeah, it was
video,
long.
But
and Jack, you and I saw him in Pittsburgh last year when he opened for Zach Bryan. I don't think we had an appreciation for him yet. And now that we've really listened to a lot of his music, I think we really got a chance to enjoy his concert. And he's definitely probably grown his performance since then, because when we saw him opening for Zach Bryan, he was just standing up there playing the guitar. There wasn't much to it.
Yeah.
But this time, we could see his full band and everything. Everybody was just having a lot of fun.
Definitely.
It's a cool performance.
Yeah, I think that was October 2021, if I remember correctly.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I love when you can see like bands grow up like that. Like, you see them when they're not as big, and like you said, they don't put on much of a performance, and they're just up there kind of strumming. Not saying they're putting out good music or anything like that, but then when you see them like a year later, and they're just they're putting on a hell of a show, they sound really good, they're having fun with it. I don't know. I always really enjoy that.
Yeah, definitely. And I didn't realize this. Thomas, did you listen to The Jealous Kind live from the church by Charles Wesley Godwin?
No, I don't think so.
No.
We talked about it last week, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did we?
Yeah, I think so.
Did we talk about it last week? I didn't realize it was a cover. I believe a Chris Knight cover, if I'm not mistaken.
I may have. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell right now, but
I had that song on repeat last week. Yeah, Chris Knight, which was released in 2003. But I didn't realize that was a cover.
Well, at this concert we went to, he covered Mud on the Tires, Brad Paisley.
Yes, he did.
And that was unexpected to everybody.
That was highly unexpected, yeah. Awesome cover. Very nostalgic song for me.
And I saw Shane Smith and the Saints last year in May, or maybe it was this year, opening for Whiskey Myers. And man, they put on a performance as well. They kind of open the concert the same way every time, the same song, and it's so fun. Like, you hear them start playing, you're just ready to go. But yeah. They really rock out at their concerts, and they're fun to see, and now they're doing some of their own shows.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And I kind of got, because I believe Shane Smith and the Saints, they've been touring around mostly the southern United States. And it seemed to me that this venue was kind of this like one-off thing that they got invited to come and do. And so I was kind of hesitant to see like what the energy levels would be like from Shane Smith and the Saints. Charles Wesley Godwin, we were pretty close to West Virginia, so I'm sure it wasn't too much out of his way, but I was very hesitant to see what the energy level was going to be like from Shane Smith and the Saints. And they come out and they do that intro track, and I actually went back and listened to it like this past week after we got back from the concert. and that's just an awesome instrumental track. It's
Yeah.
almost reminds you of like a little bit of like Gaelic rock.
Oh yeah, for sure. I kind of think of the Dropkick Murphys and some of the stuff they do. It got that really Irish influence.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Absolutely. Thomas, did you listen to any of the new big name albums that have come out recently, like ERNEST?
We know how much you love Ernest.
Oh, yes. Oh, I tell you,
So-
I fell in love instantly.
Just a little backstory. ERNEST wrote songs for people like Thomas Rhett, Florida Georgia Line, Morgan Wallen. He's been doing a lot recently with Morgan Wallen, and he's now kind of positioning himself as an artist in the Nashville scene. He just came out with I guess it would be his debut album called Flower Shops.
Yeah, I mean, Morgan Wallen sang that song at a country concert, and it was your typical, I mean, it was, all the girls loved it. Not so much did I. I mean, it was not that great, but yeah, his new album, it's just not my type, you know what I mean? It's just not what I'm gonna, he reminds me of, you go to Walmart, and you have the name brand.
I was just about to say that.
And then you go, and then there's a Great Value brand. Still a good deal, still all right, but
Yeah.
not going to go out. I mean, I
He's
don't know.
Walmart Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, he's
Walmart,
Walmart, Morgan Wallen.
Best of luck to him. I think he's going to have a lot of success. I think he's going to definitely make the charts
Oh,
on
yeah,
Billboard
for
and the
sure.
radio.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's just recycled lyrics.
All the songs just seem too similar. And
Oh, they're so
Same
similar.
message
the
every
same
time.
message. It's just like, okay, who's this girl this time? Which one got away, or which one did he break her heart, and
I guess you messed up and you want to fix it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing every time.
One of the songs is like, I wish you were whiskey or something. Very, like, the similarities between, like, that song and, like, Morgan Wallen's Whiskey Glasses song from years ago is strikingly similar.
I'm sure if we sat down, we could find 10 similar songs in a very short amount of time.
oh yeah, they're cheesy. It's just like now at this point, it's just like I'm just kind of over it. Like whenever Morgan Wallen and ERNEST, whenever they first did like Flower Shops, it was like, oh yeah, okay, it's like I said, not my type of music by any means. And now you hear all these other songs by them, and they're all the same thing.
And if Morgan Wallen wasn't bad enough, now you have Ernest who sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Who's also making the same music. So you have two artists who release way too much music, making the same songs over and over.
I mean, they put out a lot of music. I mean, they work hard, don't get me wrong, but it ain't paying off on my side.
Yeah. So the question is, scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate that album? Flower Shops or ERNEST?
1.
1?
Yeah, I'd give it a 1.5 maybe, and that's just because I don't even know why I said the 0.5. It's not that great.
There wasn't a single song in there I could even tolerate. Maybe Flower Shops, maybe. Just because I heard that one
can't.
more. But I don't think I could tolerate any other song in the album.
I cannot
The problem
tolerate
is,
Flower Shops.
I agree with you there, but I've also heard that song so many times that anytime I do hear it now, I just want to turn it off because
That's fair.
It's so annoying. Is it tolerable? Yeah, but at the same time, it's just so old and so burnt out. That storyline is just so burnt out. It's just, like I said, it's the college wearing Bass Pro Shop hats and.
What would you give it, Jack?
So at first I said 0, and then you brought up the point, well, there's worse albums, so you can't give it bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, well, let's save 0 for a rainy day.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not the
it's
worst thing I've ever
definitely
heard in my life.
Right, it's definitely a 1 out of 5.
I can go crazy on a 0 probably. You give me a couple of days, I can find some zeros for you.
Yeah, definitely a 1 out of 5. I think I mentioned this earlier, but it's almost like Ernest just typed in Morgan Wallen AI lyric generator, and that's how he wrote the whole album.
Some chat GPT lyric writing or whatever that is. I think we need to start rating our albums now.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so here's an interesting one. Chase Rice came out with a new album called I Hate Cowboys and All Dogs Go to Hell. Tad, you want to provide your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I spent a shift at work listening to this one. I wasn't a fan of most of the songs. Just right off the bat, I don't like the name of the album and the title tracks. I Hate Cowboys and All Dogs Go to Hell. Both of those songs were terrible, in my opinion. The All Dogs Go to Hell song is especially bad because he's just listing off opposites the entire song. It's not particularly creative, and it's kind of annoying.
So you're saying it just hurts your feelings?
No, I mean, you're listening to this list of things, and it's just like, oh, this is not that interesting.
Yeah, because it completely goes against everything that you believe and you think of, so it's like, fuck this guy.
Well, you're just mad that I guess I'm just mad that he's talking about Chevy trucks.
Why?
Because he says in the song, and Chevy's not a truck.
I thought you would like that.
I did really like 2 songs off the album, though. Oklahoma, awesome song. And then Way Down Yonder. I have a feeling you guys probably don't like that one or didn't like it if you listened to it. I really like that one. It's got this kind of outlaw sound to it. It's just really cool, like, I don't even know how to describe it. The kind of the guitar intro to it, it's kind of like some mysterious sounding guitar lick that's really cool.
I agree with you on that point.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma, I think is only good because it's essentially a Reed Southall song that Chase Rice is on.
Yeah.
And I love the 3 or 4 minute instrumental it has.
Absolutely. Oklahoma's definitely my favorite song off that album. Way Down Yonder, I keep queuing it up because I want to like it. I just cannot get over some of the lyrics. That's the sticking point for me. I want to like it and I can't.
I get that. The lyrics are distracting. He's talking about, the boys from the county line over.
Yeah.
Kind of recycled lyric. But I really love the sounds of the song.
The sounds of the song are good.
And the music video is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen that.
I have not. I need to check that out. The other song I liked, though, off that album was Bench Seat.
I can't say I was particularly a fan of this one. The song about driving down the road, in your truck with a girl. I would say that one's been used a couple times.
Oh, definitely. But I don't know. Something about it. It's just...
I don't mind that one. I kind of liked it. Now, if I hear it 3 or 4 times, I'm probably not going to like it. Overall, the album was good, or whatever. It was good, but it still had that modern-y type sound. I don't know what it is. But
Oh, absolutely.
but Oklahoma was a great song, and it kind of strayed away from, the typical lyrics that we usually hear, in modern Nashville country and stuff like that. But I mean, I want to like the songs, but there's just something about them I just can't get behind. I don't know what it is, but I just have a hard time, that's something I want to queue up. That's not coming to me.
I want to see who has songwriting credits for Oklahoma. Because it just feels like a straight Reed Southall song.
Oh, yeah.
It's good, though. At least Chase Rice, include them on a song.
I was very surprised to see that duo
Different
right there.
lyrics.
Reed Southall and Chase Rice.
Yeah.
Very surprised. I would never have guessed that in a million years.
No.
Which they did it right. I mean, I thought it sounded really good. It wasn't, like I said, that typical Nashville.
No, not at all. It's
Jump.
definitely that red dirt, the Texas rock sound, for sure.
Which is... I love it.
And I think, because when that song came out, or when I first heard it, I was like, wait, Chase Rice isn't from Oklahoma, is he? He's from Florida. So I was even more confused.
It's definitely a Reed Southall song.
Well, I guess he's from Florida, but he also grew up in Asheville, North Carolina, but...
Also not Oklahoma.
Yeah, also not Oklahoma.
So where were you going with that?
Yeah, I think I don't like the album overall. I don't like the opposite game he plays. I think that's just stupid. Like Tad said, uncreative. But some songs are good.
It's got us talking about it. Work somewhere or another.
What would you guys give this one out of 5?
I'd take a 2 out of 5. A couple songs carrying the album there.
Yeah, for
Agreed.
sure. I was definitely gonna say a 2 or so.
2 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 songs that are okay or good kind of carry it that far.
Yeah.
But that's all it's gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, two's pretty spot on. You can't really.
You can't have like 2 or 3 good songs and say the album's good overall.
Right, yeah.
It's got to be more consistent than that. But
Yeah.
a couple songs that at least I think are good, I'm going to have them on repeat for a bit. So I think that's worth something.
Absolutely.
Have you guys listened to the Josh Abbott Band EP that was released? I think probably 2 weeks ago now. We're a little behind.
Yeah, I listened to one of the songs, Galway Girl, because it popped up on my Spotify, I think as a recommended song. I liked it. Definitely a different vibe. I got kind of a Gaelic Irish rock vibe from it, or at least that sort of influence. And these are all covers, right?
Yeah, all more.
Yeah. And the fact that he brought Co Wetzel in for one of them, that was pretty cool. So
Co Wetzel is the physical embodiment of screw you, we're from Texas.
Yeah.
I don't think they could have picked a better person for that.
yeah,
And same thing for Galway Girl. Shane Smith on that is perfect.
Right.
'Cause we were talking about how they kind of have that Gaelic sound in some of their songs. That was a perfect choice for that, for Galway Girl.
absolutely.
Yeah, I never got a chance to listen to him. I'm gonna be honest. I just kind of never got around to it, so I don't have an opinion on that
Well,
as of right now.
for all you listening, and Thomas, you guys should go check that out.
You have homework now for next week. Report back.
Report back.
That
Give
word,
us
that
the
word scares
rating.
me, but all right, you got it. I will report back next week.
So, what songs do you guys have on repeat right now that you're listening to?
I don't know. This might be a little sacrilegious versus a country road, I guess. I don't know. Song that I've had pop up a couple times is Nutshell by Alice in Chains.
It really struck me as somebody who listens to rock, so that's surprising to hear.
You don't think I listen to rock?
I was just kind of surprised you listened to Alice in Chains. Just didn't expect that.
Oh.
You
if
don't
I'm
think
not-
Thomas listens to rock?
Well, I mean, Alice in Chains, I should say that specifically.
If I'm not listening to rock or country music, I'm listening to like older rock, like Alice in Chains, Nirvana and stuff like that, and new rock. Obviously, I listen to a lot of new rock. But Nutshell by Alice in Chains. It's one of those songs that's like, if I'm dying, like that's the last song I want to listen to. It's just like frees the soul, man. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like it is. Have you heard it before?
I think I had a buddy play it for me once, and I can't say I've listened to it since then. Not because I didn't like it. I just
Haven't thought about
I
it.
haven't thought about it since then. So
You need
I'll
to
definitely have
listen
to
to
that
it.
again
Yeah.
tonight.
Like get drunk and sad and then just listen to it. And then it's like
Sounds dangerous.
it's dangerous. It's dangerous. But no, it's really good. Jack, do you know Nutshell?
I don't.
You don't know it at all?
I'm sure if you played it for me, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know that song.
Probably.
But I can't talk about it off the top of my head.
It's kind of like a rock staple.
I do like Alice in Chains, though.
Yeah.
So-
Rooster.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Rooster's good. That whole album.
I think-
Jar of Flies, I think it's called. Something like that. I don't know.
I think a lot of artists we listen to, they get, some of their influence from that older rock stuff. Like, I know for a fact Whiskey Myers has said, Rolling Stones and Nirvana and all that are big influences for them. And even people like Charlie Crockett, I feel like they've said some of the similar sentiments. So,
Rock is such a big genre. It's bigger than people think.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
so many things
Oh,
you can
it's
call
huge.
rock. Like I took a whole class about that.
Really?
Yeah. It was really interesting. Learning about the roots. The early roots do not sound anything like rock, but it just takes influence from so many different places.
Right.
You can call just about anything rock. You can make a
Yeah.
case for it.
I have like two rock moods. It's either I'm like headbanging myself into the dirt, or I'm just like chilling out. I don't know.
yeah.
Sometimes it just does something for me that country music sometimes can't do. If that makes sense.
Oh, definitely.
I get that.
You can have different moods, different
Yeah.
music for it.
Yeah,
For
like-
sure.
But like you take a song like "Gasoline" by Whiskey Myers, and that just gets you fired up.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And you could say, "Oh, that's country all day," whatever you want to call it. But
Yeah,
It's
I
on my
guess some
workout
people-
playlist.
Some people might call that like some rock. Yeah. I mean, that's.
I call that hard rock right there.
Gasoline and Bitch.
Yes.
2 good songs to get you
Yeah.
pumped up.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
What have you been listening to a lot this week, Jack?
Oklahoma by Chase Rice.
I don't think we've talked about that one yet.
No, but besides that, I found this one song. It's called "The Weakness" by this guy named Rustin Kelly, and it's definitely like. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of Rustin Kelly. I think it's a song called... Oh, what is it called? I don't know. I do know him.
Mockingbird,
No, it's not Mockingbird.
Jericho.
No.
What?
I want to say it's like Hollywood, maybe.
Huh.
Hey, I'll find it.
Yeah, "The Weakness" by Rustin Kelly. Definitely more of like a rock alt vibe to it, but he's from Nashville, so he's definitely got that like country music influence, and I don't know, I think it's pretty damn good. What else have I been listening to recently? A lot of Charles Wesley Godwin for obvious reasons. Sawtooth Jericho by Pony Bradshaw. If I'm not listening to country, I have... Let's see. I always go back to kind of that 80s rock kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And even like 2000s, Motley Crue, Five Finger Death Punch, Guns N' Roses, Leonard Skinner, Linkin Park.
Ooh, thoughts.
Yes.
Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters,
Yeah, you like
good.
them?
Yeah, I like them. Do you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everlong.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I'm about to piss off a lot of people.
Yep, go ahead.
Overrated.
Foo Fighters is
Overrated.
overrated.
Yeah.
You
heard
think
it
so?
right
I
here.
think so. I think so.
On what grounds
On what grounds, sir?
do you make this argument?
I just feel like a lot of their songs are very similar.
You
I don't
think
know.
so?
Yeah. Maybe I'm just not as well versed at Foo Fighters as I should be.
Do you listen to a lot of rock music?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more of I like 70s rock, and I do love some like 2000s like punk rock,
Yeah, for sure.
but definitely 70s rock. And maybe that's just because that's like about the time my dad grew up and, listened to him playing a lot. Like he loved Kansas. Not the biggest
Ooh,
Kansas
yeah,
fan. I do
I
like
like
some Kansas though. Eagles,
Yeah, Eagles.
Stones. Yeah, I was 70s kind of era, but I do love me some 2000s punk rock too. I think Jack, I was talking about Fall Out Boy even.
Yeah.
They're starting to come out with some music again. They kind of sounds more like their 2000 stuff than like I think they had an album in 2018, 2019. It just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
But not a fan of Foo Fighters.
I can't say that I am now.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
That is a...
Not to say there are songs I like by the Foo Fighters.
there's some songs that are kind of a little overdone, I think. But,
Sky's a Neighborhood. Love that song.
oh, yeah. Sky's Neighborhood's a good one. Run. I like Run. St. Cecilia. I don't know. There's a lot more songs by the Foo Fighters that I like than I don't like.
Well, should we get into our artist of the week here?
We can talk about the song I have on repeat.
Oh, yes.
I feel like you just skipped me because you're mad that I talked trash about the Foo Fighters.
People that have bad opinions, we don't really usually want to hear from them, but
Well,
let's see what you
I don't know about
got.
that one.
What do you have on repeat, Ted?
what do you got,
I
Tad?
don't like the tone of your voice when you ask that. It seems like you don't really care. I've had a Blackjack County Chain, but the
Ooh.
version by Benjamin Dakota Rogers. One of our buddies sent the song to us. And to be honest, I had not heard the song or any version of it before this. So I was pleasantly surprised when I found there were like 10 different covers of the song. I know Charlie Crockett has one.
The Charlie Crocker one is amazing.
But I dug a little bit deeper into Benjamin Dakota Rogers, listened to some of his music, and he's definitely worth checking out. Definitely more of like, I would say maybe like an Americana sound.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do,
Americana folk.
definitely. I do really like him now, and I really like that version of the song.
Yeah. I first heard Blackjack County Chain because Charlie Crockett covered it. And I didn't realize, I mean, I knew it was a cover, but it was released in 1971 by Red Lane. And it's just a classic country sound about a corrupt sheriff. And it's pretty damn good. So
you're telling me it's not about a girl?
no, it's not, Thomas. It's not. It does not mention girls or trucks or
I didn't know it
beer.
was possible to write a song like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Must not be very good.
No, couldn't be. They'll never put on the radio.
Now that you can count on. If it's actually, excuse me, if it's actually good, it won't be played on the radio.
Amen.
Anything else you got on repeat?
No, I mean, you clearly don't care, so, let's just move on. Be done with it.
Yep, that sounds good.
Anything else? No.
No?
Okay.
No.
All right,
Moving on, I guess.
Let's do it.
Finally.
now that we got that out of the way.
Our artist of the week this week is Colten Jesse. Colten Jesse is from Conoway, Oklahoma. He was a professional bull rider from about 2017 to 2020, if that's correct. Rode in the PBR, did pretty well for himself. And then in 2021-ish, he started making music and transitioning into a music career just due to some injuries he sustained on the PBR tour. But this guy is fantastic, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but he's taking everything from an outlaw sound to classic country to steel guitar. And I think our favorite EP that he's released is called Death Before Pop Country, which just really embodies our music taste and what this podcast is all about. So just got to really hand it to him for what he's been producing recently. What are your guys' thoughts on him?
I agree with everything you said, especially that EP, just based on the name alone, let alone the music, it's already awesome.
Yeah.
What an awesome name for an EP, for those studio sessions. But yeah, he's got a pretty wide range, and a lot of his early songs are just live. They don't sound studio recorded, so you kind of have that authenticity to it. I don't think he's made a bad song, or at least a song that I don't like. He doesn't have too much music out there, but they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good.
Absolutely. So our hand-selected song from him that we've chosen is called Judgment Day, again from Death Before Pop Country EP.
We will surely dance. So keep your eyes wide, don't tuck your hands away. 'Cause when we meet again, this will end. Call it Judgment Day.
In my opinion, I don't know what you guys think, but he's taking everything from an outlaw sound to classic country to steel guitar. And I think our favorite EP that he's released is called Death Before Pop Country, which just really embodies our music taste and what this podcast is all about. So just got to really hand it to him for what he's been producing recently. What are your guys' thoughts on him?
I agree with everything you said, especially that EP, just based on the name alone, let alone the music, it's already awesome.
Yeah.
What an awesome name for an EP, for those studio sessions. But yeah, he's got a pretty wide range, and a lot of his early songs are just live. They don't sound studio recorded, so you kind of have that authenticity to it. I don't think he's made a bad song, or at least a song that I don't like. He doesn't have too much music out there, but they're all pretty good. They're all pretty good.
Absolutely. So our hand-selected song from him that we've chosen is called Judgment Day, again from Death Before Pop Country EP.
Yeah, Judgment Day, I really liked it. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself a huge fan of him, but this song I really like. It's one of those ones that really stands out from all the other songs, all the other music that we listen to. He's got a very distinct voice. He's got his own sound. And like Tad, you mentioned that a lot of his songs they don't sound like they're recorded in studio. So like they don't have that perfection in them, which is kind of nice to hear every once in a while. Because,
It's good quality.
Right. He puts a lot of... when he sings his music, he sounds like he's putting a lot into it, which is what I really like. Like, he's actually got heart. He's not up there just singing the same songs over and over and over again, and to where he seems like he's burnt out. Like, he's still got that enthusiasm, I feel, in his voice that sets him apart from a lot of other people. And I really, really enjoy him, so you should definitely go check him out.
Yeah. I mean, chorus in this song, because we'll surely meet again, and then we'll surely dance, so keep your eyes wide, don't tuck your hands away, because when we meet again, this will end, call it Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
it's
pretty
just
sweet.
a powerful song.
Yeah.
Everything in there, from the
Good
guitar,
lyrics.
the steel guitar.
Yeah, I love my steel guitar.
Oh, man.
I'm a sucker for a steel guitar. That's for sure.
It's just one of those songs you can listen to sitting out on the porch with a nice cold beer at the end of the day and just kind of settle into that mood.
Do you know who else uses a lot of steel guitar? ERNEST on the Flower Shops album. Totally ruined the steel guitar.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say something stupid, and then you actually did. So
I did say something stupid. Why? Did you like the steel guitar on ERNEST album? It sounds like it's what you're saying.
what do you
mean by that?
No, I thought you were going to say something stupid, and then you completely did. Because you brought up freaking...
But I'm not wrong.
No, you're definitely right.
Okay.
You just...
I don't know if I
I
wanna be
thought we
on-
were done talking about him. I'm tired of hearing...
I don't think I want to go to this podcast anymore.
Even
I
think,
thought we were talking about Colton Jesse here.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
thought
Tad had to
I'd bring it up.
his,
It'll point the
his
candy later.
favorite artist
Yeah,
again.
favorite artist. You know me, known ERNEST fan. I love albums that we rate 1 out of 5.
I give Colton Jesse a 4 out of 5. I would very much like to see him come out with a full album.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I give him. We're too similar on our thoughts, but I definitely think he's a strong 4 out of 5. Definitely different than a lot of other people, and it's a nice change.
Yeah. Always nice to see someone who has not yet been corrupted by a major record label. He released all this under his own, or the Death Before Pop Country EP released under Death Before Pop Country.
I don't think he can be corrupted if that's the name of the studio sessions.
Absolutely.
I think he'd rather die first.
True that. Well, you guys got anything else?
I don't think so.
No, definitely check out Colton Jesse. The song we selected is definitely a good one, but take a look at all his music. There really is not a bad song on there. We're talking about a lot of his early stuff. It's acoustic, it's live, and it's all great. So check him out.
Yeah.
We shall see you on Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds good. How about we just see you next week? How's that sound? All right.
Or next week.
We'll see you next week.